I'll call this Bang Bang.
Listen.
Seriously?
Oh, here we go. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough.
Get fucked. Okay.
Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. Listen, he's not my guy. Fucking McDonough. Fucking McDonough. But the thing is this, I'm a YouTube content creator. Trust me.
Fuck you piece of shit. Fuck you piece of shit.
Let me get these cash apps because these are important.
Fuck you piece of shit. Fuck you piece of shit.
Crazy Sean is history.
Yo, Impromptu Live. What's up, people? From out here in the woods. What's going on? So look at, I'm doing this right now because I'll just be real quick about this. Don't know about this. I read it last night. So there's this woman named Jennifer O'Donnell, who is, a free kind of read person. As far as I knew, a supporter of mine, but I don't really care about that. From Canton. Ran for Canton School Committee, started making a name for herself when she started to be one of the people who spoke at the school committee meeting, not school committee, the select board meetings, and we're all on the same team, right? We're all fighting for the same thing, or so we thought. So long story short, so she's on a channel right now on Resistance to Silence. It's run by this couple, Tracy Murray and Dana Leonard, right? Let's see. All right, there they are. So they're live right now. All right. And I'm going live right now, streaming them because they won't let me on. Their channel is called Resistance to Silence, and they're silencing me. And I just had a conversation with Dana and Tracy 2 days ago about this because Jen announced she's going to go on their channel and make up all sorts of bullshit about me. And they said, no, that's not what we're about. I'm like, are you guys like a drama channel? Or he says, like, we're going to cut her off. They said, if she does anything like that, we're not going to let her just come on here. Because I said, this is going to divide the movement. Like, we don't need this right now. They're like, no, we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let her. If she goes too far, we're going to stop her. And she just went on like a 15-minute rant, making up bullshit about me. Well, they sat there like stumps on a log. I don't know if their mics were broken or what, but they just allowed it to happen. And I'm in the comments saying, whoa, can I defend myself from these lies? And apparently the Resistance to Silence, they're actually not resistance. The resistance at all is silence because they're silencing me. So I said, I guess I have to go. I have to defend myself. I'm not just going to allow this woman to just make up bullshit about me and go on an unhinged rant about me. I'm not going to allow it to happen. So I'm on here. If Tracy and Dana want to send me a link, since they have a drama channel, I mean, Tracy and Dana, you got to own this now. I just saw you 2 hours ago. We just said hello to each other, right? If you're allowing this crap, and that's what this is, Jerry Springer crap on your channel, you are running a drama channel. You're not running a free Karen Reed channel because you're pretending that you have this whole thing for Karen Reed. This is not. This is a bigger audience than you've had normally for your show, and it's because she's bringing drama and nonsense to your channel, to your platform. So like that's why. And if you want to have her on to do it, go full drama. I'm here for it. But at least let the other person come up because she's making shit up and you can't even say a goddamn thing. Like, no, that's not cool, Jen. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be focused. We should be uniting. Now, you just sat there and you're like watching your numbers come up and saying, buy merch, right? So yeah, it is what it is. So let's talk about this. So I'll give you a quick background. So this woman, and we can go over some of the crazy shit later, the emails she sent me like last year. I've known she was a nut job for a while. She would send me letters, all these emails, her correspondence with her kids' teachers and principals. Like, it's fucking nuts. I could do a whole thing on it, but I'm like, okay, this woman's a little crazy. But whatever, we're on the same team. It's fine. So she starts speaking up and she's come to my court date. She's been supportive. Fine. So she alerted me to something last week. right? It was on like Wednesday or the day before that, I think, about a situation that I'm not going to get into too many details about, but it had to be addressed. The situation, it involved misbehavior on a part of one person that, you know, I believe need to be addressed. She chose to come to me and share this information, okay, because she had addressed it and nobody listened, right? Like, she's like, I'm not getting the response I want about this. And I said, okay, I'm with you. This is problematic. Let me do what I do and let me try to fix this for you. So I did. So I went to the people that could fix it and they fixed it. And they're not doing, and the problem is solved. Okay. And I even informed Karen Reed about the situation. I'm like, I go, you know, long story, but I'm like, everything's good. She's like, thank you. And we figured it all out. And then Jen sends me this long message. Okay. Let's pull it up. This is what she said, since we like receipts here. So she sends me this long message saying, okay. Okay. So she said, thanks. So she's one of these boots on the ground people, even though I just came from a very uniting event in Taunton at the Star Drive-In, and I didn't see her boots on the ground. I didn't see her boots because she's getting ready for this drama session. It meant more to her to go on this channel and just divide the movement than it did actually showing up, because she doesn't give a fuck about Karen Reed. She doesn't give a fuck. The only thing she cares about, people like her, is drama and making themselves part of the story. And the last thing I want to do is make an irrelevant nobody like her part of this story. But fuck her. If she wants to go on there and run her goddamn mouth, then I can run my fucking mouth too. So let's go. So she sends me this message on Wednesday, November 27th, 8 a.m. Thanks for standing up for boots on the ground last night. It was appreciated by many. If others could just understand, a little goes a long way with the people. They aren't greedy and they're out here out of love, but you can love and support it and still feel unappreciated. Okay. And let's see. So she was upset that, like, her message. So she's one of these people that didn't get invited to the thing, and she was really mad at Kelly Reed about it. And she's like bitching to me about it and telling me Kelly Reed fucked up. And and we've been over this whole thing about who got invited and who didn't. And I've shared my thoughts on it. And I think all opinions are valid and whatever. Okay. So I'm trying to be sensitive to everyone on this. Right. And I think a lot of people appreciate that or agree. You know what I mean? Like the boots on the ground people that felt like they should have been invited. They're over it, except for fucking her. She cannot get over this. And so she's furious with Kelly Reed for not giving her an invite. Like, she's so mad about it. And then she brings some situation to Kelly Reed's attention and doesn't get a response. And so she shows me the message that she sent Kelly Reed. It's like 20 paragraphs. And in like paragraph 6 is where she says the important part. And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, there's no way Kelly Reed actually read this. She saw your unhinged grant and she's like ignoring this one. So whatever the important message that was buried in there, she didn't read that. So me being a little bit more diplomatic, I'm going to call her and bring it to her attention. And I did. And she thanked me and the situation's resolved now. And that's all anyone needs to know about that. Okay. So Jen, for kittens. Oh yeah. Oh, kittens. There we go. All right. And then he goes, you're knocking it out of the park these days. You're still funny as hell, but slightly less offensive funny. You allow people to see you for the real you, not just the YouTube persona. Vulnerability breeds closeness. Good job. Also, I think your mom would be proud of you this year. Any mom would be. Stay focused and always be humble. The kindness and clear companion for the ladies I told you about is truly impressed me last night. I know as a woman, mother and daughter, your mother and daughter would be and should be incredibly proud of you. So this is nice, right? So I helped her out. She asked me to do her a favor and bring something to the attention of the Reed family because she couldn't reach Kelly Reed. Kelly Reed has essentially zoned her out. And so I bring it and let her know. Okay. And, you know, Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we talk about that situation some more. And then I say the next day, on Thanksgiving at 10:43 a.m. Okay. She messages me about, again, the situation, which I'm not going to get too into. And it's all, I told Karen about it. Says it's done. The problem's fixed. Everything's fine. Okay. And okay, so then we talk on the phone. And well, actually, she says this. On November 29th, the next day. So I have my kids for Thanksgiving the day after Thanksgiving, not on Thanksgiving itself. Thanksgiving itself, they were with their mother and her family. Okay. And so this is how it works for holidays now. Right. And so I get them on the day after Thanksgiving. And so that's kind of my time. I don't want it interrupted by shit. I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's important to me. And so she messages me at 12:28 p.m. and says, I'm just checking in to see if you have spoken to Karen. Because she asked me when we talked on the phone the night before, she said, did you tell Karen that I was the one who brought this to your attention? And I said, no, I didn't. And she's like, can you tell her that? I'm like, sure, I'll tell her that when I get around to it. You know what I mean? It's not at the top of my list to be like, oh, by the way, this thing I brought to your attention last night, Jen O'Donnell, she needs a pat on the back for that. Okay. So she says, as a reminder, it is important to me that she knows the truth, that I came to you with the story due to the fact that Kelly would not answer me. So she really wants Karen Reed to know I'm the one that, it wasn't Aidan that brought this to your attention. I brought it to Aidan's attention and he brought it to your attention. I want my fucking credit. Then she goes, I understand you may have told her something different. And I'm sorry if you feel the need to improvise, but I never said to use my name, and I had told you to use my name. Okay. I would like to know today that she knows how everything happened. As again, I do have communication with Karen, and I can go around you. I was just very purposely trying not to pop her bubble. The truth of the matter is that Karen would probably think she's crazy too, I'm guessing, and would probably be like, here's crazy Jen messaging you. I've never talked to her about Jen, so I can't confirm that. But she says, but since you have already informed her of what's happening, I'm allowing you the opportunity to make sure she has the facts. Otherwise, I will fill her in. I was the trusted person. That is such an incredible honor to be the trusted person. I can't allow you to take my credit. She put that in a fucking sentence. I can't allow you to take my credit. She asked me to bring something to Karen Reed's attention. I did. The problem was solved. But she can't allow me to take the credit for that. She needs the fucking credit for that. Okay? Then she goes, that's my character showing. And I want that known. I want them to know I'm a really good fucking person. Fuck people like her. People like her are not doing this because they think it's the right thing to do. They're doing it so that everyone in the community will be like, thank you. You're so fucking great, Jen. Where would we be without you, Jen? You're so fucking awesome. That's why they're doing it. And when they don't get that, they get upset. They don't like that. They don't get the credit that they feel that they are deserved. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous that's happening right now. So she goes on to say, I'm not a threat to Karen. I'm showing her that I'm willing to help her no matter what. And she still has snakes and users and untrustworthy, whatever that means, people in her camp who are making poor decisions on her behalf and causing her damage. Okay, so that's at 12:28 p.m. on Friday. Again, I'm with my kids. I'm not answering this shit. I didn't even read it all, and I'm busy, whatever. Okay, so just wait till I get back to you. You know what I mean? Just wait till I get back to you. But she can't wait till she gets back to me. She messages me again at 7:17 p.m. and say, may I please have a response? Thank you, Jen. AKA, are you going to let me know if you're taking credit? No, you haven't got a response because it's fucking the holidays and I'm with my kids. Leave me the fuck alone, okay? And I go, sorry, I've been with my kids all day. I didn't get to see them yesterday. I'm focused solely on them at the moment. AKA, and you know what a normal person does in that situation? They say, oh, my bad. Sorry to keep bothering you like this. You'll do it whenever you can. And I probably would have. I probably would have. Like that's what a normal person says. She messages, again, that's the second message that I got that day, kind of nudging me to do it. And I get the second message and I let her know, sorry, I'm just busy. Okay, I'll do it when I can. And say, oh, I'm sorry. A normal person, oh, I'm sorry. I don't realize you were with your family, Aidan. That's what a normal, civilized person who was brought up with manners does. When somebody tells them that they're with their family, they say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I'll let you deal. Just message me back whenever you can. That's what a normal person does. Jen just doesn't respond, even though she's messaged me twice already. So I know she's sitting there on her fucking phone. So I know she can respond to this and she doesn't respond. And so I messages her an hour and a half later, 8:37 p.m. And I go, but you can feel free to contact Karen. You can just contact her yourself. You don't need, if you want the credit, you can just go and tell her. I had to go, you could, because I'm busy right now, but if this is really important to you, you can just tell Karen this. And she goes, thank you, I will. It's not a problem at all. Already done, she says. So she's already talked to Karen, okay, I guess. And then she says, may I ask why you aren't correcting the information for Karen? This is still on Friday the 29th. Why you aren't correcting the information? I brought the information I brought to her was fine. The only thing that was left out was that you were the one that told me about it. You didn't get your credit. You didn't get that, Jen. You weren't told what a great fucking person you are. That's all this was. And I said, what information? And she says, what were you going to speak to Karen about today? What was the purpose of your call with her? I go, I spoke to her 2 nights ago, told her everything, and everything's fine. And she goes, you told her that you were the one who alerted her to the problem. That isn't the truth. I came to you. You were not trusted with this information. So like she's just like really mad about this. And I go, right. Karen Reed is being charged with murder. I informed her of a problem that really she shouldn't have to deal with right now. And now it's resolved. What is the issue? And she goes, as I said, I went around you, so it's not an issue. Thank you for letting Karen know. And then she went on this channel, Dana and Tracy's channel, and the other last week, and just went on a fucking rant and full Sean on the Gulf style. Like she's Jen on the Gulf, and just trashed good people like BLT and who else? The Glarer, I think, like just trashed everybody that everybody likes, got trashed. And then she went off on me and fucking me. Like, what the fuck did I do? I'm the one that stood up for boots on the ground, right? I'm the one that, I always show up, and we don't need to go over this. I value and appreciate all these people very much. Okay. And I also helped her out. Like she brought this to my attention. She could have just gone to Karen Reed herself, but she probably wouldn't have heard from her if she did that. So I helped her out. She needed me to do something. Okay. And so then she started complaining that he attacked Courtney Egan. So I went on some rant about some whore named Courtney Egan the other day. She's like a literal crackhead. And Courtney Egan is a fucking psychopath ratchet who I haven't written about her or anything because she's not really important. Courtney Egan is so delusional. She claims that she is the originator of the Free Karen Reed movement. She said that she was doing standouts in Canton for Karen Reed before I ever wrote about it. Of course, that's untrue. And then if you look at this woman's probate court records, oh boy, the story I could write on Courtney Egan, like just constantly choosing drugs over her children. Constantly. The dad doesn't allow her around the fucking kids. She's a danger, psychopath. I could go on and on and on. Just like the biggest degenerate piece of shit ever. Ever. And Jen is like, he was mean to Courtney Egan. She ran this whole rant. And so I messaged her. I'm like, you know what? I was actually way too nice to Courtney Egan. I wasn't nearly mean enough. I go, she's also not a mother. She's a deadbeat mom who neglected her kids and lost them to the state. Okay? I go, ask Erica Walsh or Meredith or Deanna or any of these other people who has gotten threats from her. I mean, you claimed that you like Erica, right? Like you're friends with Erica. Well, Courtney Egan's been sending threats to Erica, as she has many other people. But you got her back, right, Jen? Just making sure. So then her rant on their show gets picked up, of course, by the anti-Karen Read people. They're like, ooh, divisiveness in the movement. I'm here for it. And Grant starts tweeting about it. And I said, good job, Jen. And of course, Sean in the Gulf loves it because he's just one of them too. Like the worst people like this shit. I'm saying, good job, Jen. And then she goes, I don't have to like everything that you do. I can still have respect for what you did for Karen Read. Nothing I said denounces that. Have a great day. I said, your attack was uncalled for. I'm not, because she kept saying, you can come after me, Aidan, and do your worst. I'm unafraid. And what I felt like saying is, no, I don't give a, like, I'm not going to attack you. I don't just attack people. I just defend myself. If you make shit up about me, I'm going to defend myself. And I wasn't even planning on it because I'm like, you're like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? So I said, your attack on me is uncalled for. I'm not responding on Twitter. I'm not talking about it tonight. You know, ridiculous. You suggest I'd waste my time. Okay. You expected me to take time away from my kids to bother a falsely accused murder defendant so that you could receive quote unquote credit. There's nothing more to say, Jen. And then she said, you could have been upfront with her from the start because it's all foolishness. The next dramatic moment will happen and everyone focuses on that, whatever that means. Okay. I hope your day is a good one. Right. So anyway, I wrote her this long thing. I go, and that she just read on the show. So she just read this out loud. Okay. She goes, I was up front. I told you that I would tell Karen what you asked me to, and I did. I would have been happy to clarify with her on Saturday or Sunday, but Friday was a really important day for me. It was my first Thanksgiving with my kids without their mother. I'm still undoing the psychological damage that 60 days of my mysterious disappearance due to incarceration for a crime I didn't commit did to them. It took me a long time, months, to build my relationship back up with them. So days like Friday were really fucking important to me. Really important. Can't tell you how important days like Friday were. And this cunt wanted me to stop what I was doing so that she could get quote unquote credit, in her own words. Okay? And so I said some really personal shit in here to her that she has since just announced and aired for the world to hear, because that's the kind of miserable cunt Jennifer O'Donnell is. Okay? I go, the fact that your messages right now are anything but I'm sorry tells me everything I need to know about you. Now, as a result of your online tantrum about me and others, you've given fool to Sean, Grant, and the other McAlbert supporters. You decided to defend a woman sending crazy threatening messages for weeks prior. There you go. Then she says, Saturday or Sunday would have been fine. You said, I can do it myself. So I did. Okay. And then you went on the show and you shit on me though, like for no fucking reason. So anyway, she writes this whole fucking thing. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it. It's a green screen. So it's like, you guys get, hold on. Let me turn the green screen off. Camera, virtual background. Okay. All right. Well, festive. Okay. So like you see all this, it's like one of these things. It's like this long fucking thing. Like, oh, like, bro, I'm not. Look at all that shit. Just goes on and on and on and on. And I'm like, bro, not reading all that. Okay. And I did leave a comment on Tracy and Dana's channel. And she sends me a screenshot of the comment. The comment said basically that I just listened to basically everything I just said. And she goes, please remove your comment or I will publicly respond to it. Oh no. She'll publicly respond to the comment. Oh no. For everyone to see. Oh, scary. Because you literally are throwing a temper tantrum over me. Not commenting back and kissing your ass while you were with your children for over an hour and a half. That is how it played out. So please do remove the comment. So again, Jen O'Donnell goes on a show, takes nothing but shots at me, and then gets upset and demands I silence myself, censor myself, because I respond to her rant. That's it. So she can take shots, but you're not allowed to defend yourself back. That's her policy on speech. Okay. She also has threatened. She told Meredith to control me, like insanity, just insane shit. She goes that, and it's very unprofessional. You're alluding to exactly what we're trying to prevent from getting out to the public. Do you think the public would like to know that everything a source tells you goes directly to Meredith so that she has the ability to blackmail anyone she wants to when you cheat on her and move on? And she's scorned and wants to burn you to the ground. So let me just clarify this, okay? I don't tell Meredith everything, okay? It's not like that. First of all, Meredith has been I met her, and I get why people are like, oh, because the last one obviously burned me, right?
She wasn't even a girlfriend.
Yeah, but I got that. So like it's very, I got it. So look at it. It's different, okay? Because the last one was not a girlfriend. It was not the same fucking thing, okay? It is completely different. And with Meredith, I've known her long before, like she was in the Free Karen Reed movement, and I trust her with my life. I trust her more than anything, okay? And I'm not telling her state secrets, or there's nothing to fucking tell. I don't commit crimes. I don't confess anything to her. There's nothing. We talk about fucking business and life and all that shit, okay? So this idea that I'm going to there's nothing to blackmail me with. Like, that's the thing. It's like blackmail is when you commit a crime and that person holds shit against you, okay? So let me see. Is that Sean guy dick now? Yeah. Anyway, you guys get my point. It's fucking ridiculous that she's even saying this shit. And she just said it on there right now, okay? And then she starts telling me, I'm also wondering, are the rumors true that she sends a woman's name here? And I'm not going to say the woman's name. She's another woman who is involved in the movement, who, nice girl. I've had many conversations, nice person. Let's just call her, I'm just going to make up a name here. I'm just going to call her, I don't know. We'll just call her Jane, okay? She's, I'm also wondering, are the rumors true that Jane received dick pics from you? This is what she says. And again, this Jane person is someone who's very, comes to standouts and protests and is supportive and all that stuff. Okay? And says, I know she received court documents from you by accident because Meredith herself told me at the live last year. Okay? Did she also get dick pics? Because that's the rumor I heard. And it came from Paul Cristoforo. She's like throwing him under the bus right now. And I talked to Paul about it, and he's like, no, she's making this shit up. Like, she's fucking insane. And she said, I could care less about her little trash bag self or what she has on you. But the complete irony of this situation doesn't escape me. The truth always comes out. So especially when you surround yourself with thieves and liars. So basically she's telling me now that I am going to go on, if you don't do as I say and remove this comment, then I am going to trash you publicly and Meredith and Jane, this other completely innocent person who has nothing to do with anything. And I'm going to accuse you of sending fucking dick pics out. Like, it's just fucking insane. Insane. And I said, get over it. I go, you went on there and talked shit for no reason. I responded with a comment defending myself. Get over it. Then she says, you took credit for something that is a very honorable situation that will be corrected. You don't have any problem with it because you don't have any honor. And you don't know what an honor it is to have people come to you with information like this. Okay. So again, you showed your true colors. You showed who you really are. You definitely went down quite a few notches. And my respect level, again, does not take away from what you've done for the Kearney case, but I can assure you I have no interest following you ever with your ratchetness. And I do believe you'll simply go back to the ratchetness because it's where you're comfortable. It's where you like to play. It's where you are. It's who you are. You had this amazing gift, this amazing opportunity to grow as a human and to grow as a journalist and to grow your YouTube channel to become something that had a touch of class to it. But I know that after the Kearney case ends, you will too. You won't be as big anymore. So that's on you. Now, I've heard this a million times before for people. And I go, no, I never sent dick pics, nor did I send any court documents. I wouldn't cheat on Meredith, and I have no idea why you're attacking all these women. Okay? And this whole thing about like, oh, you're going to go back to ratchetness when this is all said and done, blah, blah. I'll be fine, okay? I existed before Karen Reed. I'll exist after Karen Reed. It is what it is. I'll probably never have a story as interesting as this one ever again. But I made a living doing this for quite some time before, and there will be more corruption to expose in the future. And I'm going to keep using my, my channel to do that, and my website tvdailynews.com to do that. Okay. So anyway, she just goes on and on and on. Okay. And just rants and rants and rants about unprofessional and ratchetness and going nowhere. And are you taking the post down? She goes, I'm giving you an hour and a half to do so. So now I'm on a time limit here. I have to do what she tells me to do. I go, no, Jen, I am not giving in to your threats. You went on a stream and I responded. Now you're making threats if I don't remove that comment. You think you're the only one who's allowed to share opinions? And then she says, no threats at all. Simply an opportunity to remove it before I publicly respond to it. Okay. So she's got this whole thing, okay, and has been kind of building it up. And she just goes on and on and on and rants and rants and rants and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And paragraph. Okay. And decides that she's going to go on there and do this rant. So she's live now. And I talked to Dana and Tracy, who I like, okay, who I have no problem with. They're big Karen Reed supporters or whatever. And they kind of host this channel here called Resistance to Silence. And kind of one of the things that was ironic that she said during her rant last week was how, like, oh, we give all our, like, she was criticizing BLT and Mike Crawford for only giving 50% of their donations to Karen Reed. Like, that's what she said. Because God forbid in America somebody make money off of their platform. God forbid. Like, Jen demands that you give all the money, all of it. And during the show, Tracy and Dana, who were invited, she's ranting about how unfair it is that boots on the ground people were not invited to the fundraiser, while on a show with two people who were invited while she wasn't. And donos were coming in during the show, and I didn't hear any announcement about half of it going to Karen Reed. So the irony of that was just so funny. But anyway, let's listen to her rant from the night. She's still talking, as you can see.
Residents on the sidewalk earlier today nobody had any update. So whatever is happening, like there's just only a select few that know. Like I've asked. I thought that there were some rules behind when you ask.
Okay. I think she's
someone who's on the committee for information.
My life. That doesn't.
And he called my phone, but
right.
the chats, because they're gonna upset.
There we go.
And I'm not trash talking. After going toe to toe with Meredith and Turtleboy on Thursday, thing I need to know. Do you want to know?
Okay.
Thursday. He says.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Fast forward to Sunday. Please have a response. Either lives, because it's no one's business to face every day, including the heard. The only reason you're telling me.
So in my eyes, in a way, right? You guys are living and dealing with it.
We're all from Canton people, reminding me of the hardships that they've sacrificed in order to stand up, not only for Karen Reid, but against the corruption in the Commonwealth. Like our names and our location, I'm sorry, it doesn't fucking undermine anybody. But at the end of the day, we're risking our fucking lives.
Yep.
It's a real thing. So like,
okay, at the end of the day, we're risking our fucking lives by talking at the select board meeting. Okay, let's be very clear about it. Nobody, you're not risking your life. Okay, we're not, this is not Fallujah. All right. This is not Battle of the Bulge. This is fucking holding signs in Canton. Okay. Nobody's dying over this. No, our lives are not at risk doing this. I fully acknowledge that. I write about dangerous people every fucking day. All right. Nobody knew who you are, Jen, before I started doing this. Nobody's gunning for you. Okay. Trust me when I say that the McAlberts are not the least bit, they haven't targeted you at all. The state's not coming after you. The state didn't come to your house, send men with guns to your house and arrest you in front of your kids at their bus stop. They didn't do that. That never happened to you. That happened to me. Okay. No one's come, and I'm not sitting here saying that my life's in danger, because it's not. Nobody's trying to kill me over this, and no one's trying to kill you. That's it. So we need to get over that.
We do need to start kind of acknowledging that. And quite frankly, it's going to segue into a moment that I am going to take for myself. And I've spoken to Dana and to Tracy and explained to them that this is important to me. If anyone wants to tune out, I don't know how many viewers we have right now. You can tune out. You can come back in about 5 minutes and I will be done. And we will be right back to Canton. It will be over. We'll be right back to Canton, because my goal, what I do every day, is I stand up for Karen Reid. I stand up for the town of Canton. I stand up for myself. I stand up for my children, and I stand up for this Commonwealth, for our state, for our fucking country.
Oh, she's so brave. Yeah. Oh.
Stop telling me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Nobody's telling me.
I won't shut the fuck up.
Literally no one's
Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up. No one.
Fuck away.
I mean,
No.
These people who are like, stop telling me to shut the fuck up. I'm going to keep talking. No one's telling you to shut the fuck up. I mean, people are probably thinking that in their head because they're like, this bitch never shuts the fuck up. But no one's actually telling you that. You're just using this fake, what do they call it? Scarecrow, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like when you create a fake thing that you use to be like, I'm to rally around that fake thing. Like nobody's telling you to shut up. Nothing. Okay. And she's got this swear jar today because this is all part of her dramatic thing. Is like, I'm Jen and I'm uncontrollable. What will I say next? And so she got a swear jar. And every time she swears, she throws money in there. And she's like, oh, I'm going to raise all this money for Karen Reid tonight. All these dimes I'm throwing in here and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, what? I'm Jen. What will I say next? I'm so unpredictable. But I'm so passionate and I care so much. And I'm so dangerous that all these people are trying to kill me. And I'm on the front lines. Bitch, you're nothing. You're just a lonely, bored fucking Canton housewife using the Karen Reid thing as a fucking hobby. That's all it is to you. You're fucking nobody. That's it. Anyway, back to this.
And we can imagine these are fucks right now. No. I won't go away. I entered this movement for a reason. My voice is heard. The only reason you're telling me to shut the fuck up.
Me. Straw man. That's what it was.
Is because you're afraid of me.
Yeah.
The only time the select board told me to shut the fuck up is when they were afraid of me. Yeah. The only time any bully told me to shut
And by the way, that event, when wouldn't stop. Like the select board gives you 3 minutes to talk. Okay. And I'm not here to defend the select board because they all suck and can. But everybody knows the rule. You get 3 fucking minutes to talk. That's it. Spit it out in 3 minutes. Have a 3-minute speech planned. Do it in the shower. Time it. It's not that hard. But she's one of these people that just wants to keep talking and then it's like, you are not going to shut me up. Bitch, you're not shutting you up. You just got 3 minutes. That's the rule. If everybody got to rant for 20 minutes, the meeting would never end. Okay. But it's not about you. I know you like the camera time and you're enjoying this being kind of like a side thing here of the Kearney thing. And you're finally getting that attention you've so clearly yearned for your entire life. And you're finally getting a little bit of it, but you're not that important. Okay. And she was the one that the cop had to come over and ask her to leave. She's like, take your hands off of me. And I'm like, whoa, this is getting a little, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's not the kind of shit that I like to associate with. But anyway, back to this.
Shut the fuck up was when they're afraid of me. Then anytime anyone in this town told me to shut the fuck up was when they're afraid of me. Throw in the school district. Throw in every single person who's ever encountered me, who has crossed the people that I love. Because I don't rally like this for myself. I rally like this for the people that I love. You have no idea the strength that I have. Dana and Tracy actually did not know this part. I didn't even know this part. I'm literally talking from my heart right now. And I'm sorry if that ruffles feathers, but it's me. I can't censor myself on the spot. The whole reason anyone fucking likes me is because I'm me. So get over it. Move on.
Again, I mean, that
You
would
either like me for who I am or you don't.
Me?
You don't get to pick and choose.
Me. Count how many times she references herself. Me. Anyone likes me. Nobody gives a fuck about you at all, Jen. Nobody. You are a fucking nobody. 99% of my audience never fucking heard of you before. You're nobody. It's just enough about me. Oh, why are people talking about me? No one's talking about you. Nobody. That's it. Nobody. But go ahead.
And cherry pick when it fits your narrative. So with that, this is all I'm going to set straight between TB and I, because he is no longer Aidan Kearney to me. He is TB. He is fucking entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, this?
Entertainment I can choose to tune out. For the record, the only thing I want to clear is my name. I do not care to air everybody's dirty laundry because I'm here for myself, Karen Reed, the town I live in, the people I have to face every day, including the McAlberts, FYI. I fucking have to face them every day. Thanks, tough guy. You're so tough behind your computer. Self-inflicted agony.
I am so brave and so tough. She is not well. Like, this is a woman who, again, me. Okay? And I'm so, you're in Holden. You don't have to face the McAlberts. Oh, you're so, yeah, Chris Albert's going to kill you any day now. Sure he is. Yeah, you're so endangered. Jesus Christ with the drama. Colin Albert, Chris Albert, none of them give a fuck about you, Jen, at all. None of them are threatened about you. You're a joke to them. You're the crazy lady who gets up at these meetings and just rants and makes a fool of herself, kind of. That's what you are to them. They don't take you seriously in the least bit. They're like, you're the woman that ran for school committee and lost by like 2,000 votes. You didn't even come fucking close. In what was quite frankly a reform election. Like, it was a chance for Trish was the top vote getter. She was she's a free Karen Reed person, but she kept her shit together and she acted normal in public. She didn't go to these fucking meetings and yell at cops, take your fucking hands off me. Because that, people see that and they're like, yeah, I'm not voting for that. That's a little bit crazy. You lost. You got killed in an election in which challengers had an advantage. That because you're just too fucking nuts. But go ahead.
Is what you get. I get punished for your self-inflicted agony. Know what's going on in the town of Canton before you tell somebody they're a fucking nobody. Yep, it bothered me. You got to me. You win that round.
You are a nobody.
So, on Friday, FYI, on Thursday, Thanksgiving, TB and I had a discussion. We're not discussing that discussion because none of your fucking business, people. Sorry.
But yeah, but you're gonna go public about okay.
Well, the change
I'm
up.
sorry,
You
Brenda.
brought this to my attention.
I'm gonna do better. Let me get through this 5 minutes, guys, and I swear I'll be so much better. Like the Canton stuff, I'll be calm, cool, and collected. I swear. Thursday, we both spent Thursday conversing the whole day.
Again, like Tracy and Dana are just sitting there with like shit-eating grins, like, "Oh, this is fun. Yeah, this is funny. We're part of this." I literally had a conversation with them on the phone 2 days ago about this, and I'm gonna look at. I don't want to turn this into a whole divisive thing because if she responds and I have to respond, then it turns into a whole fucking thing. And quite frankly, if you sit there and do what you're doing now, you're gonna look like schmucks, you know. So let's just not do that. Like, and they're like, they go, "We agree, Aidan. We didn't know she was gonna do that the other day. If she starts doing that on Sunday, because she's been announcing she's coming on, if she starts doing that on Sunday, we're gonna cut her off." That's what they told me. I must have missed when they cut her off. Go ahead.
About differences in things that will not be discussed on either lives because it's no one's business. He told me Thursday he would correct something on Friday.
Correct something. AKA,
I messaged him at 12:28 that day, Friday. He didn't message me. At 7:03 p.m. on Friday, I messaged him and simply.
So what did you say when you messaged me at 12:28? Oh, right. That was the message where you demanded I contact Karen Reed and give you credit. You left that part out, Jen. That seems a little bit relevant because that would make you look like a douchebag if you said, because you literally put it in writing, "I want credit for this." Those were your exact words. "I want credit for this." So you wanted me to interrupt that to give you credit, and I didn't respond. So you're still waiting to hear from me. I'll get back to you when I'm free. That's what, but no, you didn't. So you message me again and you say, what?
Simply said, "May I please have a response?"
May I please have a response?
To which at 7:17 p.m. on Friday, he responded,
Less than a minute
"Sorry,
later.
I've just been with my kids all day. Didn't get to see them yesterday. Focused solely on them at the moment."
Yeah. Oh, God forbid.
I was working. If you remember from the last live, I was putting someone in a hold. I was having a fucking fabulous Thanksgiving, guys. It was wonderful. I wasn't with my children either, Turtleboy. Like, remember? We had that chat. You knew that. So as we go. 8:37 p.m.
Yeah. It's like she told me, she's like, "I'm getting divorced and all this." And I'm like, I can't imagine why. That's very shocking. I'm very sorry to hear that. Go ahead.
I still have not replied because I'm working. He says, "You can feel free to contact Karen."
She goes, "Yeah, I still haven't responded. You just messaged me for the second time at 7:17. I respond to you at 7:17. So you're clearly sitting on your phone waiting for me to get back to you. And so you message me a second time and I politely tell you I'm busy right now with my children. I'll get back to you when I can." And again, that's when a normal, decent human being says, "Oh, it feels a little bit bad." And they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you were with your kids. My bad. Give you space. Talk to me tomorrow." That's what a normal person does. But Jen O'Donnell is not normal. She's fucking psychotic.
At 8:39, I say, "Thank you, I will." End of discussion. Fast forward to Sunday. He's let all this sit.
No.
We're now at Sunday. We go to the.
Let's not fast forward to Sunday. Let's not. Let's actually talk about what happens between then and Sunday. Okay? So she messages me that whole thing. Okay? And I said, she goes, "Thank you, I will." Let's just rewind that 1 sec.
Live. "Thank you, I will." End of discussion.
Except it's not. Because 5 minutes later, she sends me a text message that says, "It's not a problem at all. Already done. May I ask why you aren't correcting the information for Karen? Why aren't you?" "Oh, I already told you why I'm not, because I'm busy. I will eventually. You'll get your credit, Jen. I know you really want the credit. Those are your fucking words. I want credit. You said it 3 fucking times. Credit. And so I've told you why I didn't stop what I was doing to give you credit. Okay? And so you didn't we're not going to fast forward till Sunday because you missed a big fucking part of it. Right? You're still mad that I didn't contact Karen. And I said, what information? And you said what you were going to speak with today about Karen. I go, I told her 2 nights ago and told her everything's fine. You told her that you came to her about it. That isn't the truth. You left out how I came to you. You were not trusted. Right. So she's really mad about this. So we're not just going to fast forward till Sunday, Jen. Okay? So anyway, she goes and does her rant. And now she's talking about it again.
Fast forward to Sunday. He's let all this sit. We're now at Sunday. We go to the live. And I will explain one thing at the end that will not disclose any of our conversation. Why I care that I'm setting the record straight. Why it's so fucking important to me for me to set the record straight. After the live, he put stuff online. We have removed it because it was a liability. He was being reckless. He was being a fucking egotistical little brat. And y'all can do what you want. I don't care. We call it like.
So that she's talking about the comment that I left that just shared my side of the story briefly. And she's like, called that being an egotistical brat, because when narcissists, and that's what she is, she's a narcissist. When you stand up to a narcissist and you defend yourself, they're like, what? The fuck? You're not allowed to do that. Only I'm allowed to criticize, and you have to sit there and shut the fuck up. And she asked me to take it down. She demanded I take the comment down, and I refused to give in to her threats.
It is. If it was one of us, they'd be saying it to us. They'd no problem calling us out. I'm simply returning the fucking favor. On Thursday, this Thursday, a week later, 4 days after the live, 4 days of me staying silent online and him running amok, running his fucking mouth.
Running amok? What? None of you. What?
Thursday.
Who was I talking about?
He says, I would have been happy to clarify Saturday or Sunday. Friday was a really important day for me. My first Thanksgiving with my kids without their mother. I'm still undoing the psychological damage 60 days in a mysterious disappearance due to my incarceration for a crime I didn't commit did to them. It took me months just to get my daughter to talk to me like she used to when I got back. I was a stranger. My son's friends told him in school. His dad was arrested. He was 6 years old. I told you Friday.
Imagine reading that out loud. Like what a douchebag you have to be to read that out loud. Like, instead of being like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of a dickhead for, demanding he take time away from his kids to do that. Right? Be like, yeah, I'm going to read this. What a piece of shit. And honestly, Tracy and Dana, if I don't get a fucking apology from you over this, because you fucking sat there and allowed this filthy piece of trash to come on your platform and fucking do that. You allowed her to fucking read that message out loud about my children on your fucking platform. And you just sat there and smiled. And we're like, oh, Jen what will she say next? She's such a wild card. You're no better than her, Tracy and Dana. You're just as bad as she is if you're going to fucking sit there and allow it. And I commented and I messaged you during the show. I know you're big superstars now. Maybe you can't respond. And I messaged you and said, let me come on and talk to her. And you ignored me. So now I got to come on here and I got to shame you guys too, because you're just as bad as she is for allowing this fucking garbage on your channel, your drama channel. You have a fucking sign behind you that says everybody love everybody. And you're allowing this fucking trash bag with a fuck you Becky sign in back of her to come on here and smear really good people, right? Like Meredith and Brian BLT. Leave BLT alone, okay? Leave Mike Crawford alone. Leave these fucking people alone. Jane alone. Like all these fucking people, these nice people that everybody likes. And you're sitting there with a fucking everybody loves everybody sign, just smiling. Becky was a woman who apparently came on in the comments during her last rant and was like, chill the fuck out. And she goes, fuck you, Becky. And everyone is like, oh, go Jen. I want to make fuck you, Becky shirts. What? Fuck, like what? Somebody tells her good advice. Like we don't need this divisiveness. And you guys are like, oh yeah, fuck her. I mean, seriously, bro, if you're supporting this fucking chick, what's wrong with you?
I was with my kids and couldn't contact Karen at the time. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, enjoy your time with your children, like a normal, compassionate person would, you decided to trash talk me on YouTube instead. I have nothing to say. The fact your message right now is anything but in bold fucking letters, I'm sorry, tells me everything I need to know.
They weren't in bold.
Do you want to know why I wanted Karen to know why the message came from me?
Yeah, why?
Because I single-handedly blackballed myself out of a fucking movement I have risked my life for, my family for, my reputation and my fucking town for, my friendships for. My best friend's husband is dying of cancer, and I stood on the fucking sidewalk for a year to stand for Karen Reed, to stand for this movement, and you have the nerve to tell me I'm a goddamn nobody. Shut the fuck up, you little chauvinistic, motherfucking egotistical little prick. You are so fucking tiny of a human being, you don't even understand it. You are ignorant. You are self-centered. You don't live in Canton. You have actually risked nothing. And I am sorry, Tracy and Dana. I
have risked nothing. I don't even know where to start with that rant. Again, just the dramatics. She acts like this all the time. No wonder she's getting a divorce. Like, no fucking wonder. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I've done so much. What have you done? Nothing. What have you sacrificed? Nothing. How many days of your freedom have you lost? 0. Nothing. Nothing. You've done nothing. And what did she say about me there? And again, like Paul, Dana and Tracy, now would be a good time to be like, no, actually, Aidan's not the villain you're making him out to be. And we're not going to turn this into an anti-Turtleboy channel because, there is literally no difference at this point between their channel and Krusty Panties. This is a mafia masshole channel now. Mass and Cast Mafia. That's basically what the everybody love everybody sign. There's no fucking difference between Krusty Panties channel and theirs. That's what they've allowed this channel to turn into. Again, what'd she say there?
I wouldn't go here. Shut the fuck up, you little chauvinistic, motherfucking egotistical little prick. You are so fucking tiny of a human being, you don't even understand it. You are ignorant. You are self-centered. You don't live in Canton. You have actually risked nothing. And I am sorry, Tracy and Dana.
Imagine saying that I've risked nothing. Did you miss the part when I was arrested by the state police fugitive unit and lost 60 days of my freedom for this? But I've risked nothing. I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in bills as a result of this, but I've risked nothing. Again, Tracy and Dana could just chime in here, but like, actually, I get you're upset, Jen, but he's done a lot. You know what I mean? That's actually untrue. And, we don't want our channel to turn into Jerry Springer, but since neither of us have any balls to stand up to you, we're just going to, and we've kind of promoted you as like, ooh, wild Jen's on with their swear jar. What's she going to say next? We're going to allow you to do it because we kind of like the fact that, ooh, 700 people are watching. That's double last week. Oh, yeah. This is fucking great. Drama sells. Yeah, let's fucking, you go, girl. Keep going. They fucking love it. Love it.
Wouldn't go here, but you went to prison because you're a fucking intimidator.
Oh,
not because of Karen Reed. Everybody told you stand down, but your chauvinistic motherfucking egotistical self thought you could control that motherfucking situation. That's what happened. Did the Commonwealth honeypot you? Oh yeah, they did. Did they come after you? Oh yeah, they fucking sure as did.
So let's clarify something right now, right? About why I went to jail. I mean, people are like, well, it's the fake victim situation. That was not, if I was just arrested for the fake victim situation, I wouldn't have gone to jail. I went to jail because I was out on bail. What was I out on bail for? Not anything involving a woman or fake victim, none of that. I was out on bail because I held a rolling rally that I believe Jen attended, right? That Jen wasn't arrested for the rolling rally. Jen didn't go to jail. I was arrested for that. There was like 300 people there. Tracy and Dana were there. They weren't arrested for the rolling rally. I was. I was arrested and charged with a shitload of felonies because of the rolling rally. That's why the bail existed in the first place. Had there been no rolling rally, had there been no Kit and Cover Up part fucking, I mean, how many of my blogs were cited in the charging documents against me? Had there been no fucking billboard that I liked on Route 1, I was indicted for that, saying that I liked the billboard. I got indicted for that. I was charged for that. Had I not held protests outside of the courthouse in which we booed Bukkake as we should, I would not have been charged. Like, that's why I was on bail. The fake victim situation was just like the fucking, the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what got the bail revoked. But there would have been no bail to revoke had I not been arrested for the other shit. And we've been over the fake victim thing. It wasn't the intimidator that got me over there. That's not why I went over there. I cut myself off from her by December 9th. The intimidator deprived, okay? It was cut off. It wasn't about that. I went there, and we've been over this because of the fucking fake grand jury summons. Like, that's what was used as bait, and said that she wanted to talk about it. And we've been over all this. Read the fucking Bettero letters. It's all fucking, anyway, back to this.
But you went to jail for your actions, and you weren't with your children and their mother on Thanksgiving because you fucked somebody else repeatedly over and over and over. Those aren't our sins to atone for.
Now I went
Go fuck yourself. Know yourself. Get some goddamn self-awareness. Nothing to do with Karen Reed. You chose this.
Again, Tracy and Dana are just fucking sitting there knowing that this rant is going to be clipped by the crusty panties of the world. They're going to use this. Julie Carpenter, every douchebag on social media is going to take Jen's clip here, and they're going to be like, oh, this is fucking gold. And that's going to hurt. That does nothing for the Free Karen Reed movement. Nothing. And these two are just sitting there letting it happen. It's their chance. They could shut this down whenever they want, but they won't, because they like the numbers. They like the fact that this is probably the biggest audience they've ever had, and they're fucking loving every minute of it. Loving it.
Yes. Not me. Oh, and by the way, after going toe-to-toe with Meredith and Turtleboy on Thursday, when he let me know all my sins that I need to atone for and say sorry for, a week later.
What? That's not what.
I received a emergency leave of absence from my company.
Oh.
Isn't it amazing how quickly, when you threaten to be truthful against Turtleboy and Meredith O'Neill, that your company got, like, it's very McAlbert.
So now she's apparently been fired from her job. This is news to me or something. I don't even know where she works. I don't give a fuck where she works, because she's a nobody, and I wouldn't waste 1 second of my time trying to get her fired from her job. But again, fucking, scarecrow, why am I doing this again? I'm messing up the term. You know what I mean? The scarecrow thing. Straw man, thank you. The straw man. She's creating this straw man for, like, oh, I've been lost my job over this, and he did this to me, and blah, blah. No. If you've actually lost your job, it's probably because of the complete mental breakdown that we are all watching with our eyes right now. That is what is causing this. If you actually did lose your job, which I don't really believe. Go ahead.
Ammo, but it seems to strike people in our movement very timely whenever they may not agree with Meredith and Aidan. Can I prove it? No. But I sure as hell scared you enough that you brought me up on your live in your chat, which is your ammo every time you don't like someone, you need to address it, but you want to look like the bigger person. It doesn't make you the bigger person. You're still the little man. So
yeah. So somebody sent the turtle chat in saying that she's turned into Krusty on the Gulf, and I read it. And I don't really want to talk about her because she's a nobody. I got nothing to say about her. If you recall, play the tape last night. That's what I said. And that apparently upset her, that I called her a nobody, because she is. But go ahead.
And one last thing, and then we are on to Canton, if Tracy and Dana allow me to continue at this point, because this is their show, and I will be damned if they get punished for what I have said.
It
So
is
if they
their show.
choose to let me go at this point, that's fine. We can discuss Canton another time.
If they choose, thank you for pointing that out, Jen. She's like, this is their show. If they're choosing to allow me to do this, that's the first truthful thing she said all night. That's a very good point, Jen. It is their show, and they are choosing to allow this to happen because they're afraid of you. They don't want to get yelled at by you because you're a fucking psychopath, and nobody wants to deal with psychopaths like you who threaten. Again, she's been threatening me all week, saying, I am going to do this show on Sunday if you don't do what I tell you to do and take this comment down. That's a threat. It's not a physical threat. I'm not scared of that at all, but it is telling me, like, do what I tell you to do. Remove this comment or else I'm going to do this and it's going to hurt you. It's not actually going to hurt me, but she thinks it is. That's her intent.
However, the reason I'm going so hard is I did go to Turtleboy with something that was very sensitive. He shared it directly with Meredith. He told me himself he shared it directly with Meredith. The next time we conversed, he put...
So the issue, first of all, she never said not to share it with Meredith. Okay. The issue that she brought to my attention, I told Meredith about it. Who gives a fuck? It's like, I go, because that's what happens when your partner is somebody whose opinion you value, right? Is you talk about things with them, you run things by them. There was never any moment when Jen said, Meredith can't know about this. The three of us have had lunch together, her, me, and Jen. Like, we're all cordial with each other. There's no fucking, like, you can't tell Meredith. Meredith is somebody whose opinion I value on shit. So I'm going to talk to her about stuff. So yes, of course I talked to her about this issue, which neither Jen nor I is going to talk about what that issue is out of respect for other parties. Right. But, I of course I tell her. Yeah, why wouldn't I? Right. If you tell me not to, then I'll keep it a secret and I won't mention anything to her. But if you ask me to, if you don't ask me to, and it's something that I'd like her opinion on. And by the way, and I got other news for you, Jen. She's not the only person I talked to about it. I talked to other people about it too, without saying names. Because you told me names. Jen's like, you can't, she said the people involved in this don't want their names to come out. They don't want me to tell you their names. And then she proceeded to tell me their names. And I have not repeated their names at all. So I've done my job. But she did repeat. So she actually is the one who violated their trust, not me. But go ahead, Jen.
Put me in a position where he and Meredith were on a call with me and informed me after the call had started that she was there.
Okay, so this again is on the night of Thanksgiving evening. She's like, I want you to bring this attention. So I brought it to Kelly Reed's attention, the situation. And then she's like, I want you to bring it to Karen Reed's attention. So I am, she calls me and it's like, I'm at Meredith's and I answer the phone, or maybe I called her. I don't remember, but I was on speaker and I'm like, yeah, Meredith's here. So that's what she's talking about. So this is what she obviously didn't care. She's like, oh, hi, Meredith. Hi. Like, it was fine. It was perfectly fine that Meredith was there. And now it's like this.
And I did have a friendship with Meredith before Thursday. I didn't feel comfortable not staying in that position, to be quite honest. So I am warning the people of Canton and anyone who wants to listen. As a award-winning journalist, he does not protect his sources. He tells his guardian.
I actually do protect my sources. If you'll recall, I had a source by the name of, you might have heard of her before. Her name's Karen Reed. She was a source of mine. And I kept it hidden from the public that she was a source of mine until the state police, men with guns, went into her house, stole her phone from her, and announced on the news that her and I had had conversations on the telephone. So that's how far I will go to protect my sources. It takes men with guns entering my home or someone else's home and stealing their phone from them. That's the extent that I go to protect my sources. My entire business model is based on anonymous sources. It's how I've broken all the major stories that have broken over the years. And again, if you're new here, which Jen clearly is, go and read up on some of the things I've done prior to Karen Reed. Read about Tyler Falconer 3 months before this and what I did with him, or Monica Cannon Grant, or Ali Bebo, or Leah Genduso. The list goes on and on and on about people, or Kylie Kirkpatrick, who have institutions I have exposed, criminals I have exposed doing this. This is nothing new. And it all comes from anonymous sources who I do not expose.
Girlfriend, his current girlfriend.
His current.
What is happening? And if they do break up, and I'm not trash talking them, I'm going off his history. If they happen to break up, Meredith now has the opportunity to blackmail you for your sins as well. And they can say all they want that they wouldn't. But I caught them this week reaching out to someone whose name did not want to be known.
What?
Meredith couldn't wait to tell that human that I had given the name to Turtleboy. So they are fucking playing games. And they are not in this for the right reason. I don't know what they're doing. But he can keep reporting for Karen Reed trial.
So she gave us the names of the people who brought the situation to our attention, to her attention. And so I spoke with them. And so she's mad about that. That basically she's mad now that it was revealed that she gave us these people's names and they didn't give her permission to do that, I guess. So anyway, I talked to those people and we're fine. And they told me the same thing that they told her. So basically she's just the middleman who's been cut out of this and really wants the credit because she's like a real fucking hero and has put herself on the goddamn fucking front lines. And the McDonald's are trying to fucking kill me and somebody has cancer and fucking I lost my job and blah, 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 blah. Me. Shut up. You know, and again, two things here about that blackmail comment. Number one, Meredith would never blackmail me because she's not trash. Okay. And number two, there's nothing to blackmail me about. You see how blackmail works is one person has to commit a crime or do something the world wouldn't want to know about, right? And then the other person says, well, you need to do something for me, give me money, do something for me. And in exchange, I won't alert the world to your criminal behavior. But the thing about me is, Jen, I don't commit crimes. So there is nothing to blackmail me over, nor would she ever do that. So, I mean, that's what trashy people do. And she ain't trash as much. And so she's up here trashing not only me, but Meredith. And then she did a whole thing last week on BLT. And I mean, what is the people's deal with BLT? Going after that poor guy. What did he ever do besides put a smile on his face and like raise money for Karen Reed? Jesus Christ.
Because he does meet the masses. So thank you for being the entertainment. I'm done with you.
Okay.
This is all I will discuss. Anything else, you can invite me on your show and we can go toe to toe with our mutual receipts.
Oh, we can.
Because it is indeed all in writing. Because I would never dare go toe to toe with you if I didn't have it in writing. Enough is enough. Stop telling people there's nothing to look over here. The town of Canton is suffering. And you are minimizing our involvement for whatever pettiness you have going on. You are punishing the masses for your own personal ego. Okay? That's what you're doing. Leave Canton alone. Report like a journalist. Be professional. And now people simply know there's a warning sign when they go with you with confidential information. Okay? That's it. And I have receipts for everything that I have said. It's all in writing.
Okay.
Every single word between Meredith and I, between Aidan and I.
Okay.
I wouldn't fucking come to it if I didn't have it. And I have no idea what's being said. Jen Altman's in the chat. That's fun. No idea what's being said. It's fine.
Hey, there's nothing I want to address.
Blackballed myself in the very movement that I.
And I want to, for the millionth time, I've pointed this out. Jen Altman does not work for me. Jen Altman has a mind of her own, believe it or not, and is very opinionated. And I don't know when this became a thing that like when Jen Altman talks on the internet, which she does a lot, she's somehow speaking for me or like is at that I have the ability to call Jen Altman up and be like, stop talking on the internet, Jen Altman, like, or that I sent Jen Altman there. Like, bro, she's been doing this for years. That's actually how this whole shit got started. Ironically, is because Jen Altman was running her big mouth on social media, and I say that as a term of endearment, okay, on social media about how she thought Karen Read was innocent before I did. And that caught Natalie's attention. And Natalie, of course, is the turncoat that was the liaison with Karen. And, you know, I didn't need Natalie and Karen to write the story. I was going to write it either way. But, you know, they gave me some pictures and stuff of the McAlberts that they didn't have. And we've been over this before, but that's enough with the Jen Altman shit. Seriously.
I care for in order to protect the people within the movement. That's my track record. He's got his track record. History speaks for itself. Believe who you believe, but I sure as hell wouldn't put a target on my back if I didn't have the receipts.
Okay, Jen.
Can we talk about Hampton now?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want.
Like you owe some quarters though.
Yeah,
I
that's
know, if
important.
anyone has a general idea that doesn't bankroll me before Christmas, I'd appreciate. And if anyone wants to send a dono in to cover all of this, I would really appreciate that too.
Oh, so give me money.
All the swears.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. It's funny.
No, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments going on, and they're shitting all over Dana and I for not putting a stop to you. So sorry that we're a little distracted. No, it's
Yeah, that's
fine. We would have
I
stopped you.
respect them for that, guys. They truly did not know all of that was coming out. Honest to God, they did not know.
You know, I just think it's sad that because people disagree with something, that we're automatically judged.
I mean, now would be a good time, Tracy and Dana, and say, look at Jen, we love you. We appreciate what you're doing. But, you know, Turtleboy's not a bad guy. You know what I mean? He's not all, and Meredith's not a bad person. Meredith, by the way, Meredith has done more for you than you have by far, Jen. She was actually one of the Canton Nine who actually had to go to a clerk magistrate's hearing. And she told me before we were ever anything, like when the Canton Nine thing happened, I messaged her and I'm like, she goes, if this is, you know, if we get the charges filed on us, right, that's going to be expensive, right? We're going to have to hire lawyers and everything like that. And she goes, I wouldn't want to dilute money and resources from your movement as a result of this. So like, if you need us to take a quaff, if you know what I mean? Like she was like, you said something in that nature.
I said I didn't want to take any fundraising.
She said she didn't want to take any fundraising, and she would pay for her own lawyer. Or she basically like, I don't want to dilute from your shit. You sure you didn't say it would take a quaff? Okay. All right. So basically she said she didn't, the point is still the same, right? That she did not, it was very noble of her to be like, I don't want to siphon away resources, etc. Okay. She's contributed significantly more than Jen O'Donnell, who has not done anything except promote herself and get kicked out of select board meetings.
I don't understand that. But what the fuck ever. It's out there.
Well, it's like anything else. You go on, you go on Twitter and you see something that's shitty about you, and you say, "This sucks." Freaking, I saw this shitty thing about myself on Twitter. You know what? Don't fucking go on Twitter. You don't want to hear shit on this channel. We're not going to post it on Facebook. So if you're not watching this, then you're not going to fucking hear what you don't want to hear. Tune in 10 minutes and freaking we'll be talking about something else. This isn't an everyday occurrence.
I'm never speaking about it again. Like,
Yeah.
I
Right.
promise I'm not speaking about this again.
Very nice.
I cleared the air. I set out a warning for the people of Canton because they are the ones feeding him information, you guys. And quite honestly, their lives are in danger because of it. Their children are being ostracized in school because of it. They are being punished. So that's why we just simply need to focus more on Canton. So moving forward, I would love to talk about Canton.
Right.
We would too.
Indeed.
All right. Which part would we like to talk about first? We have so many parts.
Yeah. I mean, I think that where we were with,
Still live.
I know today that was the 'legacy Play standout happened. And
There was a few of us were at the police station at 10 o'clock. And then after that, I didn't see them in Canton Center. So I went home. But
All right.
well, it's
for
I
the town
only
of
watched
Canton-
the rest. I've been live since then. I don't know if she said anything else, but anyway, I just wanted to come on and get that all out of the system because again, I didn't want to make a big thing about this, but impromptu live is an impromptu live. Sometimes you just got to let it all out. And, she wanted to come on here and make shit up and, I'm going to defend myself, period. So anybody got any questions or anything? I don't know. By the way, shout out to Michelle Gallery, that huge, 300 makes Megabeth look like a fucking swimsuit model. Michelle Gallery. Oh my goodness gracious, that pig. She is the one behind the Lavish Loves account. So if you ever see Lavish Loves on air, just understand that's Michelle O'Toole Gallery from Canton. And she is a McAlbert supporter who is at my arraignment. She took up almost the entire second bench. Everybody else in her row looked incredibly uncomfortable because they needed space for her fupa. And just, you know, they had to accommodate her. They ran out of seats kind of quickly because of Michelle Gallery's obesity. So shout out to Lavish Loves. Okay. Anybody else got anything to say? Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. And bro, she sent me, I could go into the emails that she sent me about, like, she forwarded me. Let's just fucking do it. Fuck it. All right. I'm just going to bring it up. Hold on. So I knew she was a little nuts back when, let's see, we got here. So this is in September. She sent me this, I think. And I'm like, what is this? And it's like a correspondence she has with her kid's school or something like that. And she wants me to like write about it. And so please read, time sensitive, to 𝗫𝗫𝗄𝗄𝗏 Lamour, the principal of her kid's school. And it's all about, I would like to address this meeting. So I guess she's like telling her, like, one of her kids is bullied by another kid or something like that. It's all dramatic. The end of the world is coming. The other kid is an abuser. She wants the other kid held responsible. And I'm reading the messages back from the principal. And usually I like to criticize these schools when, you know, if they're not adequately replying to parents and whatever. But to me, I read the responses, and the school did everything that they could to help her, and it just wasn't enough. And this is the fucking email that she wrote her kids' goddamn principal. I was not in a meeting in a professional capacity. She goes, I would like to address the moment in the meeting, Principal Lamour, that you implied I was not being professional, respectful, or appropriate towards you. Oh, I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why the elementary school principal would say, oh, you know, that was inappropriate the way you're asking. Again, but narcissists like Jen O'Donnell don't do well when you correct their behavior. They don't like that. Oh, I can't do anything wrong. No, I'm not wrong. You're wrong. You implied I was not being professional, respectful, or appropriate towards you. That in and of itself is a true example of why I do not feel you should be allowed to conduct the investigations. I was not in the meeting in a professional capacity. I was not being paid to present and conduct my job. I was present as a concerned parent of 2 children with special needs that have been subjected to repeated exposure to the normalization of sexual harassment and sexual misconduct. Again, if it was any other person saying this, I might be like, wow, that's disturbing. But it's Jen O'Donnell. And so I assume it's all just dramatic bullshit, because that's what people like her do, is they dramatize everything. And it's like, I bet you there's more to the story. And she's forwarding this to me, so I guess I'll shame the principal or something. She goes, the normalization of hate speech in regard to sexual orientation, race in regard to both color and ethnicity. The ongoing bullying of children of both sexes in all ages. With that being said, my emotions were to be expected. So basically she flipped out on the principal, to be on the heightened side. So when you so assertively stated what you as a woman will or will not stand for or allow, you will end the meeting. It is not an attack on you. It is, so the principal threatened to end the meeting because she was going crazy. It is not an attack on you. It is an investigation of sexual misconduct, harassment, hate speech, all on all levels. And whoa, shit. What the fuck was that? And on the violation of and sexualization of the student body as a whole. I had every right to be emotional. I was displaying examples as to why I don't feel you should continue to conduct the investigation, as you have exhibited questionable tactics thus far in dealing with such a sensitive matter, to say the least. Okay. So it just goes on and on and on. I once again formally asked to confirm that reports for sexual misconduct, harassment, and hate speech have been filed. So she wants some kid at her kid's school to have formal harassment or sexual misconduct charges filed against them. Again, I don't know what for. Maybe it was something horrible. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But again, when you act like Jen O'Donnell, you're not going to get anywhere in life with like respectable people. They're going to be like, bitch, you are too crazy right now and out of control, and we ain't having it. So facts. Thank you for sending me the bullying portion of the handbook. And she copies and pastes the whole fucking handbook. All right. And then it says, may you clarify what stage we are in at a harassment filing as a sexual misconduct filing? All right. And so the school, she's including an email with her kid's school saying, hello, Mrs. O'Donnell. I hope this email finds you well. I will send a recap of the action of steps from our meeting today. Okay. And the school seems to be very responsive. And so Jen forwarded me this whole conversation. And I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? I'm like reading it over, and I'm like, actually, I'm kind of with the school here. They seem to have been she got a meeting with the principal and the teachers and somebody, and she tells the principal, no, that's not enough. I want the superintendent there. I want all this there. I want all these people there. You know? And so they went out of their way to like, she goes, to be clear, you as a district are refusing to have a group meeting with the parents of the 5th grade class and the parents of bus C16 now or ever. So she wanted the parents of all the kids in the 5th grade class and the bus to meet with her and the principal and the teacher. This is what she thinks she's entitled to, is a meeting with all the kids' parents, all of them. Or ongoing trauma at the hands of an individual, a child, in our school system, that the administration has full understanding of the problem this child has created for years. Hate speech. Again, it's a fucking 5th grader. Sexually inappropriate everything, and targeting of a protected class. So I think that's her kid. The normalization of his abuse for not only this year, but years. I am literally shaking, she says. I am literally shaking so much. It is hard to type, she says to the principal. Is this the stance you're sure you want to take? I am being very generous with allowing you to redact that statement. That's the same shit she said to me. You better take this down. You better take this statement down, or else. Is that really what you want to say? I am literally shaking right now. I am literally shaking right now. Okay. And the principal said, my husband and I will be there. I do not feel comfortable moving forward in any meeting without full transparency. It's created this mess. Okay. Okay. The superintendent, Derek Folan, wrote back to her and said, good afternoon. I'm writing to let you know we've been following this serious matter closely and consulting with Principal Lamore on a daily basis. We're ensuring all proper investigative steps are being followed comprehensively. I've also offered to join your meeting with Principal Lamore as I know the impact of these incidents and the seriousness of the matter. Okay, so like they're doing everything. I'm like reading this over. I'm like, these people sound reasonable. I'm like, for what? Like reasonable school administrators? That's rare. And she goes, we do not have parent meetings with a group of parents at a time. I will meet with each parent who has brought any incident to my attention individually. Okay. And then she told them, I am declining your offer to meet one-on-one. I would like any discussion to be in the presence of the superintendent, teachers of all parties involved, Sarah White, the SEL team, fellow parents that share the same concern of transparency at this point in the year. So she wants like 50 people at a fucking meeting. Please discuss and let me know a few options for dates to bring the fellow parties. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So this just goes on. I'm not even going to read all this. I could write a whole thing on this, but it's just fucking insanity. And the bottom line here is that when I read this, I'm like, you know, oh, I'm with the principal, bro. I'm with this principal in this one. I'm with the superintendent. As a former teacher myself, I've dealt with batshit crazy parents before. And let me tell you, girl, you're one of them. You're one of them. Like, you're nuts. And I'm even reading the principal. If I like, I used to like, I've dealt with crazy parents before too. And the crazy parents say, like, I appreciated when the principal stood up to the crazy parents, which never happened. I would have appreciated if it happened once, but it never happened. You get responses like that from the superintendent and the principals because they're scared of the parents because the parents pay their salary, right? And they're like, we don't want to piss off parents because we're scared of crazy parents and what they can do. And so they just try to appease them as best they can. Oh, parents calling up the school saying their kid got a C- when he should have gotten a C+. Better get on that. You know, let's do something about that. So, yeah, it's just like, yeah, the cats and there's two kittens there. There's actually a third somewhere around here. But anyway, anybody else got any questions? Yeah, they're fucking with the reindeer there. Reindeer's going down soon, probably. Wait, what was that? I didn't mean to highlight that one. All right. There we go. All right. Anyone else got any question? Don't ever talk to her again. Again, I have nothing else to say to her. I just wanted to have that rant tonight. I want to get off my chest. So now it's done. She is what she is. And honestly, I don't want to have problems with Tracy and Dean. I'll never talk to Jen O'Donnell again. I'm done with her because you can't deal with a crazy person like that. But Tracy and Dana, I would like to, get along with. And I think, quite frankly, that they owe me an apology for platforming that garbage, especially when I had a conversation with them 2 days ago that they know about. And we specifically talked about how we're going to avoid this, right? And, because it's not good for the Free Karen Read movement. And we agreed that this is not good for the Free Karen Read movement, right? That we claim to care about so much. So I think they owe me an apology. If they don't, it is what it is. I'm not going to have a problem with them or anything like that. But, of course I'll think differently of them, so it is what it is. Again, all you got, when people are wrong, when you're in the wrong, it's not a big deal to just apologize. It's not a big deal. Okay. But if not, oh, well, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It is what it is. All right. Any questions or anything? You guys with the cats.
They're right here.
Yeah, this is my, look at this. Oh, fuck's sake. I tried holding it. All right. Oh, here's the black one. Yeah. Blair. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like cats. They're all right. And this one is Banks. Okay. They're kittens. They're from Alabama. All right. No, I like cats. Cats are fine by me. I've never been a cat person. They're actually, they don't smell as bad, and you can just leave them around. You can go places and just leave your cat around. You can't do that with a dog. All right, and that's dogs are like children. Dogs are like harder to raise than children. Cats are like free range children. You can just let them do whatever they want all day, and they will learn to be cats. And you'll never have a mouse problem ever. They're born to kill mice. So they're great. Cats are awesome. But anyone else have any questions or anything? Yeah, tomorrow I got Rich Schiffer's motion to dismiss. So big day tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. And did you see Kevin Reddington? Kevin Reddington is very upset that somebody filed a public records request using the name Kevin Reddington with a Y. And he's like, you wanted to set the record straight that that's not him and someone's impersonating him. So first of all, Kevin, public records requests in this state, according to public records law, are anonymous. So I don't even know why they ask for a name, because you don't even need to give a real name. You can say "suck my cock" is your name, and they have to give it to you. You know what I mean? They have to give you whatever you're asking for. So I don't even know why they bother asking for names. Give an email address, you know? But so somebody jokingly put Kevin with the Y instead of an N, Kevin Reddington. And Kevin, the real Kevin Reddington, issues this statement saying, that is not me. I am appalled by this impersonation. I just want to let it be known. And someone else has filed records requests using that same thing. And all the trolls are like, oh my God, look at this. Somebody is impersonating Kevin Reddington. Like, bro, you guys, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You're allowed to use whatever name you want for a public records request. And I don't think because it doesn't matter who files it all. Like Kevin Reddington, it's not like you get something by using the name Kevin Reddington. Like that does not, you don't get shit that other people wouldn't get access to. There's nothing to gain by that. So there's no like fraud or impersonation. Like it's a fucking fake name, bro. Like it is what it is. So that's just boomerism on the real Reddington's part, you know. And again, the name's not spelled the same. So, and there could be two Kevin Reddingtons, you know. It is what it is. All right. Anyone else? How's the chat? I haven't been able to read the chat much, but I don't hate the cats. I like the cats. The cats are fine. They're just slippery. I wanted to like they wouldn't just sit on me. So I think they don't want to be on the live. You know, they like to be in the back, I guess. I don't know. All right. Anyone else got anything to say? No, Rita is not Jane. No, son. Nobody was accusing me of sending dick pics to Rita. That's not been alleged by anyone. But yeah.
Trolls are gonna love that.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we'll call it a night. I just wanted to come in here and say my piece since they wouldn't let me do it on theirs. So I'm going to do it on mine. All right. We'll talk to you guys on Tuesday night for the live show. All right. Peace, Riders.